So I had a free day, a day where I had a cancellation. And what do you do on cancellation day? You still go fishing, and it was beautiful. I mean, it started off beautiful, but I knew the wind was gonna pick up. I called Adam, I was like, hey, we've got a couple of hours before this thing's gonna turn, I mean, to dust. Do you wanna go fishing? So Captain Adam Maye and myself have been friends for several years. We met literally at a boat ramp during tarpon season. And he is in more of the fly fishing posse that I have an association with. And what it was he was going from the Manatee side, fishing the beaches there, to fishing the Pinellas side sometimes. And that's where I was always fishing, was on the Pinellas County side of those beaches that move up the coast to Clearwater. So when Adam would come over, we knew we were going to be working the beach together that day. We just decided, hey, let's share some information. And sharing information between guides is kind of a, I don't know, it's a tricky thing. A lot of us don't want to give up our juice, so to speak. We don't want to give up our great spots, but you have to trust somebody. And Adam was just one of those guides that I trusted. And I was like, hey, listen, I want to help you, you want to help me. We can keep an eye on these fish, we can keep tabs on these fish, and we both will have success. So that's how our relationship got started. When I moved from Pinellas County and I moved up here to Citrus County, Adam was not far behind me. Now we've become allies because we're brothers in arms from down south, and now we're up here fishing all the time. And we still have that feel with each other as far as, hey man, this is what I'm seeing in this creek, this is where the fish have been. And that way, if I miss a few days on the water or he misses a few days on the water, we still have eyes on the water, if you know what I mean. And then fishing some stuff today, I don't want everyone to know where I'm fishing, but I don't mind if Adam knows, because we're that good of friends. Oh, he got it. I got the snook.
You got the snook. There was a red right behind him.
Yeah, big red.
Still with him.
He's trying to, woo! Can you get him?
Oh, missed it. He's gone. Oh.
Going over. Oh. I can't let the snook go. You okay?
Yeah, you're good. This red keeps looking for it, but he can't find it. There he goes. You good up there?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to.
You want me to take the push pole?
Yeah, if you'll take the push pole, I'm gonna jump down.
I got
fight this thing. I'm gonna get him coming that way.
What?
Coming around the boat. I've got him right in the kisser. Come on, buddy. Ski him in. Yes.
That'd have been great if we could have got that red that was with him.
The red was bigger than him.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I'll grab that net once you get a hold of him. You got him?
Yeah, I've got him.
Wow. Nice fish.
Yeah.
You'd never think that crayfish.
He wanted it pretty bad.
He wanted it pretty bad. Well, it's warming up. I mean, you get into the middle part of March and you start seeing fish. You start seeing hungry snook. Well, so far, not a bad day off.
No, it's turning out pretty good so far.
Turning out pretty good. I'm gonna have to retie after that one.
Yeah, he had it boogered up pretty good.
Yeah, he did.
So typically when I'm fishing, I'm the one on the polling platform. Fishing with CA is a nice change because we get to split our time 50-50. We both get a little bit of bow time and we both get to pole, which is a nice change. I don't get to spend much time on the pointy end of a boat anymore.
Here we go. Here we go. That's what I'm talking about.
Boy, he thumped it too. There was no question if that was bottom or not.
I mean, we were just saying those mullet coming over those rocks probably are gonna flush some stuff. Look at that boil, that's gonna be a good one. I told you the crustacean pattern, that easy shrimp.
He didn't even hesitate. It hit the water, 2 hops, and he thumped it.
Oh wow, yeah, dude, that's a good one.
You ready?
Yep.
There you go.
Nicely done. Good looking fish. There's your pink shrimp.
I'm a fan of the pink shrimp now.
Yeah, that's an incredible bait. Not
Get
bad.
this clear.
I actually thought he was going to be even bigger than that. He's got one heck of a propeller, but that's still a nice fish. Really nice fish. Another beautiful fish. I love to see him go away in this clean water. There you go, bud.
There he goes. Right back to where we hooked him.
All right, well, let's get back after it. One of the real advantages to have on the bow of your boat is a fly fish angler, especially a seasoned fly fishing angler, because they have to see fish before the fish see us. So there's no power fishing. There's no blind casting. There's none of that stuff going on. Now, I'm not saying that Adam did not blind cast some fish today. He absolutely did. But his ability to see fish before the fish sees us, big time advantage, and it was a difference maker. Good job, he's right up there in that school of mullet.
Yep.
I'm gonna try to get us off these rocks.
Hopefully I can keep him out of the rocks.
That's just 8-pound.
I know.
8-pound braid.
I'm being gentle, but he's in there.
Is he rocking you up?
Just trying to keep him high. You ready?
Doesn't matter if I'm ready, it matters, is he ready?
He's ready.
He doesn't look ready.
He doesn't know it yet, but he's ready.
Shrimp does it again. That's a good one there.
Yeah.
Solid. I mean.
The best red of the day for sure.
Whoa, big fish. Another one on the Z-Man Easy Shrimps. Off you go, Rusty.
And there
He
he
just
goes.
went right under the bow.
Yep. Right into the shade.
All right, let's see what we can do. Ironically, the two parts of our game that's strong, me being the power fisherman and Adam being the sight fisherman, he was catching his fish blind casting, and I ended up catching 2 of the 3 fish that I caught just sheerly on, there he is, and reflexively casting to it and catching it. Nothing like I thought it was going to turn out at all. When you fish with a fly angler, you just expect that they are going to see the fish and catch the fish. Well, the opportunities weren't there when he was on the bow. But from the polling platform, you know, I've got all this height, and then even with cloud cover, I still have the right angle to see fish going by and being able to catch them. But I found that so funny, because the whole reason I have Adam on the boat is so that he can see fish, because his eyes are younger and better than mine. And total roles were flipped. He was power fishing catching his fish, and I was sight fishing catching mine. Just, you know, you never know.
They're still flowing in, the mullet are. Where'd you drop yours?
Got it.
There you go. Is that same fish?
No, it's a different one, but I can see him. I'm gonna get down, I'll bring him around the other side.
There you got him.
He was smoking in those mullet.
Yeah. There was a couple on our edge of those mullet.
You put 2 full-grown men in this boat, it starts to get small.
Yeah, it moves around a little bit.
I didn't think I was going to be able to reach them. That was about the end of my casting distance there. Got it. Again, the little crawl.
That thing's deadly today.
That thing is deadly. If you can get it in front of them, they smoke it. I'm just saying that was a pulling platform fish, that's all.
Hey, I gotta let you have one every now and then.
All right. Eventually, we made the decision that we were going to have to switch up from throwing some smaller crustacean type finesse baits into going into power fish mode. And when I said power fish mode, I mean power fish mode. Z-Man, last I cast, came out with this 2 sizes of the Z-Man Hercules swim bait. Well, that Hercules swim bait was a prototype not too long ago. Actually, it was last spring, and Adam and I did a YouTube video for Flats Class YouTube called Guide's Day Off, just like this day. So we're fishing together, and I'm swinging this giant swim bait, and he cannot believe the caliber of fish I'm catching on this bait, because it is a big fish bait. All right, guys, let's talk about Guide's Day Off tackle. We used a number of rod and reel setups, but let's just talk about the one that I was using. The one that I was using is a 7-foot casting rod. This is a Shimano Terramar XX. This is the Chronarch 150 HG. I've got it spooled up completely to the top with 20-pound Power Pro V2 Super Slick. Attached to that, I have a piece of 20-pound fluorocarbon, and when I say a piece, I have 4 foot a liter here. And then at the business end, I have a small 1/10 of an ounce. This is the Pro Shrooms, and I have attached to that the TRD craws. Now this is the Canada craw, but we use a lot of Drew's craw, and we'll even use some other craws like Green Pumpkin, and I've got a few of those out here. Adam found early success with the Z-Man EZ shrimps. These are great baits. They have an articulating tail. They come pre-rigged or unrigged. I prefer the unrigged so that we can use them with a lot of the Texas Eye products right here. And really, it's a simple setup. Now, if you want to know what the big fish bait that we were using, I eventually broke that off, I'm going to be honest with you, but I had a second one in the box. And this is it. This is the Hercules, the Z-Man Hercules. This is the 4-inch version. I throw the 5-inch version a lot too. Both these versions are dense. They're great for skipping. They're great for throwing across the wind or into the wind. And let me tell you, like I said in the interview, they catch big fish. That's it. It's really that simple. If you're wanting to have a day on the water where you're trying to have both sight fishing opportunities and power fishing opportunities, I would have to say this is a very good setup for you guys. One of the caveats, if you will, of winter moving into the springtime is that there's still a lot of really big redfish that are in the back of the creeks. And some of them take their time moving out of those creeks. And I count on those fish being back there because on those windy days, even though you don't get lots of shots, the shots that you do get are typically really big fish, big snook and big redfish. And throwing a big bite bait like that Hercules minnow, I felt as soon as I tied it on and started making casts across the wind and even through the wind, I felt like there's no way I'm not gonna catch the fish that matters off this bait, because it does not catch little fish. It only gets the big ones. There he is, there he is.
That's a good one too.
That's a good one. Oh man. That bait, I mean, I had to use it to cheat the wind, but it's such a big bait. I told you, I was like, we're not gonna catch anything on this but a big fish. But a big fish. It's a big fish bait. That's why they call it Hercules.
Well, it worked today.
I mean, we throw these crustaceans all day long, one imitation after another. And then it takes that big giant profile with that big hook to really get a giant. I mean, this fish is gonna be our best. I don't know, this might be barfly time, dude.
It might be.
It might be barfly time.
I know I'm feeling it. Sorry.
Trying to hang on to him here. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, oh, oh. He is all up under. This is everything I can do. Need a bigger net?
Yes, we need a bigger net.
Hey man, that's the way to make a guide's day off work out right. Holy cow,
Yeah.
that was a pig. Man, when I saw him jet out off that corner for it, and I was like, oh my God. That's exactly why, after throwing those tiny baits for the whole day, and then it gets down to where it's this late, and you're like, gotta throw something big to cheat that wind. And cast after cast after cast into that wind. Finally, it pays off. I had 2 or 3 snook just train this bait. I mean, just train it and never get it. And then that redfish there, which has got to be top, what do you think that thing is? Well over 32?
Yeah, I would say well over.
He might even be 33 or 34. You know though, it looks like a crustacean color.
It
You know,
does.
it's that Houdini color.
Yep.
But that was a bait that was launched at ICAST this past year. And that bait is one of my look at the hook in that bait.
Yeah, that's a hook ready for a tarpon or
That's
anything.
a tarpon hook. Let's get down in here and see if we can get this beast out of the net. Oh yeah, tear my thumb up. Oh, that's almost like Louisiana.
Yeah.
That is a big,
Look at the belly
big
on it.
fish.
And he's
We
all the
were
way
working
up.
our tail off on the Poland platform today, both of us, to try to get fish like that. But you get one like that, that's the one that sends you back for a cold one.
Those colors are gorgeous.
It's a
on that
gorgeous fish. It's a gorgeous fish. I mean, that is a beautiful, beautiful fish. If you're gonna catch redfish, you may as well catch them this big.
Yeah.
This one lives back in here.
Yeah, he never leaves unless he has to.
Yes. I'm gonna measure him real quick, but I'm gonna tell you right now, he's squeezed tail, he's gonna be about 32 inches. All right, let's put him back in,
Let's do this.
and then let's pack up and roll. Let's put this one back in the drink. It's gotta swallow me. Whoa!
That was a nice one.
That's the way you end a day
Yeah.
off. If you're gonna squander a day, that's the way you squander it. I'd rather have done this than sit there and do whatever at the shop, or worse yet, actually do chores. Who wants to do chores?
Not doing chores.
Blondie knew I was home, be mowing grass, fixing things, hanging pictures.
Yep, answering emails.
This is way more fun. All right, we'll put this mess away, set up the Yeti chair, and we'll ride out of here while we still got a little bit of water.
Yeah, if we wait much longer, we're not going to be riding out of anywhere.
No, we're going to be poling out, and I think both of us have had enough of poling today.
Yeah, my shoulders are done with poling.
Yeah, my shoulders, my hips, my back, my ankles. You gotta be almost a circus act to be able to control the thing today. All right, get these dirty gloves off and let's get going.
So the fish that finally sent us home was a very hard-earned fish. I pulled CA into the wind for, I don't know, what felt like hours. It was probably only 30 minutes. And he was just power fishing a massive, heavy enough bait to cut through the wind. And it finally all came together with a really, really nice redfish.
Anytime you get the opportunity to fish with a really good friend and someone that you know is your equal in the boat when it comes to poling, when it comes to seeing fish, when it comes to catching fish, I have a couple of double handfuls of those buddies, and Captain Adam Maye is one of those types of friends. So I got to give him a big up because, I mean, he pulled us into some pretty windy conditions today. And especially there at the end. I mean, I was getting wobbly. I was over it. So big thanks to you, Adam. Appreciate the day. And I look forward to the next time we can sync up our schedules and go catch a couple of good ones.